Okay, this is day number 13 for our $300,000 profit goal for 2024. It's 13, it's only the third because we got a little bit of a head start in 2023, building up our inventory, uh, building up some orders. So we had good inventory going start 2024. So I'll get into what we did today. It was actually not a very successful day in most ways. We'll start off by uh, oh, the time. Uh, Start of the day getting stuff ready for our prep helper. And then we had to go to a baby appointment. So I got everything ready for the prep helper. So she at least had a couple of hours of work or like an hour of work to do while we were gone. After the appointment, we wire transferred money for wholesale. The wholesale stuff I just ordered a few days ago. And we came home and I processed with the prep helper, helped process the stuff that she'd been working on this morning. And then got off, got some lunch, and was eating lunch shortly before I had a managing meeting with one of our virtual employees. Just talking about he's going to help us with some Walmart listings creation, kind of expanding his role in the business. So that was for about 25 minutes. Took a little bit of a break because Pam was eating, or our prep helper was eating, and she eats. We've asked her for her to eat up in the kitchen or whatever, wherever she wants to feel comfortable in the living room if she wants, but she prefers eating with at the warehouse. And that way she just has alone time too, right? She can make phone calls or listen to YouTube or whatever, and it doesn't impact anybody. So after she was finished, I went down and helped her process until about 4:30. It was a very leisurely 2 hours of processing, but we were processing nonetheless. I was sitting down, we were chatting, um, a way different than December processing where we were both like almost sweating, basically trying to get as much stuff out and process as possible. And then after she left, we did a little bit of sorting from the stuff in the van from the previous day's RA that you saw from yesterday's video. And then between 9:10 and 9:30, I was trying to process stuff, getting a head start for tomorrow, but inventory lab was down. I was down there fiddling with it for about 10-15 minutes, give or take. And then I was messaging some people about it, put a help ticket in and all that stuff. And then finally somebody got back to me saying that inventory lab was down. In all, I put about 20 minutes. It was just wasted time. But that's part of business, right? I thought about like, well, I didn't produce anything in there, so why even add it? But this is transparent as possible. I spent 20 minutes trying to do inventory lab stuff, but inventory lab was down. Inventory lab has a lot of issues, but I think this was on the Amazon side because somebody else said that there was another program for Amazon that wasn't working either outside of inventory lab. So I gave up on that, and then took a little bit of break, and somebody said it was fixed. So I went and worked on that for almost an hour. My wife came to help me for a little bit too on that. So that sped it up a little bit. And then later in the evening, I spent about 20 minutes getting a inventory wholesale list through AMZ Analyzer to send to virtual employees so they can source it. I'm going to have one employee source it for Walmart. We're going to have one employee source it for Amazon. And that's the way we're going to handle that. Hopefully they'll have some really good stuff that we can purchase coming up this weekend. And I told the wholesaler that we'll make the purchase on Monday of next week. So that was that. Here's just the pie graph breakdown, mostly processing. Here is the shipment that we shipped out today. Is only $6,000, $2,200 buy cost, almost $1,400 profit. This was the RA. It was like 95% of RA from 2 days ago. The video 2 days ago. The video of yesterday, we haven't finished processing. We haven't started processing that, but we should. We have no other plans tomorrow. We should get that finished tomorrow. And then this one is one the prep center shipped out today too. $3,100 in revenue, $1,100 in buy cost, projected $500 profit. As you can see, the SKUs and total items, it's wholesale. These were just replugs. I couldn't even tell you off the top of my head what even the items were. I know one of the items, but I don't remember the rest. So it should be about a month of inventory, give or take, is what I've been trying to do, about 20 days to 30 days of inventory. I was doing about 30 to 45 days of inventory a few months ago, but that was really getting to us because you buy 30, 45 days of inventory, and then somebody would lower the price really low, and then all of a sudden you would have like 30 or 45 days of inventory that just was not moving, right? It was just stale. Thankfully, we got rid of most of that during Q4. We've still got maybe, I actually haven't did it recently. I need to do that. I might do that after this video. Just like still inventory. I have a sheet somewhere. And I did it in one of my videos too. I talked about it. I'll find it. Just seeing how much stale inventory we have. So if I do that tonight, I'll provide you the results tomorrow. Oh, there it is right there. It's actually leaning over to the side. The last time I did it was December 22nd. And it has the amount of items that were at the minimum price on our repricer. The inventory that has 3+ months of inventory, and inventory that exceeds 1.5 months. And then the COGS also for that have over 25 units per ASIN, and then total COGS. So December 22nd, that probably was the lowest amount of inventory, about give or take 1 or 2 days, that we saw in December of this year, because then our sales started dropping like the 22nd or 23rd, and then we kept sending stuff in, or stuff kept being received, because we didn't stop shipping stuff in until the 22nd. So even the stuff that we were receiving, we were shipping off here, it would still be received throughout Christmas week. In fact, last I looked, pretty much everything we had been shipped, except for just a couple of days prior, had all been received. And that was, I think, the 1st or 2nd. That was just a couple of days ago. I checked that. So overall, not a very successful day. Here are the numbers. So we shipped out $3,368 COGS. Between us and the prep center, $9,200 in revenue projected. Spent the $13.2 thousand on wholesale. That's the wire transfer. Overall worked about 6 hours. Our sales today on Walmart was $219, which is low because our inventory is extremely low there. But we're working on that. Our prep center just shipped out a decent Walmart order because the order that they shipped on Amazon was partial Amazon, partial Walmart. So we only saw the Amazon side. We did not see the Walmart side. And then Amazon was $5,500 today. So overall, pretty good. Pretty good with the $13,000 in wholesale, but I did that work mostly just a couple of days ago. I didn't source any of it. So you take that away, it was not so hot. But it was a very distracted day. There was a lot of stuff going on. We didn't really work super hard. It was more like a relaxed day. And I'm extremely tired, so that's one reason why it's kind of relaxed. And I didn't even work much tonight. Only worked 6 hours. But tomorrow, if we have a really good, successful day, then we're going to be in a really good position. Almost all our inventory caught up, give or take a couple of hours, which is good. We're supposed to be getting some wholesale orders in over the next few days, which is good, which will allow us to really increase our inventory at Amazon, which is definitely needed to boost our sales up. So if we are doing 3 million on Walmart, 365. So we need to do about $8.2 thousand a day. And right now we are quite a bit below that. That's just our inventory is low. Today I did go in, I didn't put it on the thingy, but I took like 3 minutes or 5 minutes seller snap. It's super easy just to lower your minimum prices. So I did lower a bunch of our minimum prices down to 0% ROI. It will be like that for like maybe 2 days or 3 days. You can keep following up to see how long. Because I'm getting ready to reset all minimum prices and tags and everything on Seller Snap. So I want to go ahead and see if I can get rid of some of that inventory that is going to be stale, right? Because the prices in January, they just keep, most of it, especially toys, they just keep going down, down, down. Walmart will clear some stuff and it will just keep going down, especially the stuff they're clearing, it's going down, 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 because the demand has just dried up compared to December. So if I can sell it up here as it's going down, I would like to sell out of it. Also with our sales a little lower, 5,500 to 6,500 a day. If we can boost that up to even like a steady 6,000 or maybe even 6,500, then we can make our payouts better in the next like 2 weeks or so. If we keep dropping and we're down to 5,000 or 4,500, because waiting for our inventory to be received, the stuff that we ship out next week, like our next week's gonna be a really big shipping week. If we keep having $4,000 or $5,000 days for the next 2 weeks until that stuff is received, our payouts in 3 or 4 weeks is going to be like crap. And if we keep spending like we have over the last couple of weeks, then we're going to run into an issue where we are limited on spending capital because we're spending like $25,000, $30,000 a week, but we're only getting Amazon payouts like 15 or 20,000 a week. And we definitely don't want that. So that's why there's a couple reasons why we lower the minimum to 0% just for 2, 3, 4 days. And then we'll go from there. Other than that, I think that was all for today. Just kind of a quick recap, quick recap, but also try to give some explanations and pointers in there as well. I hope you guys had a successful day and have a good one.